streaming? Yes, I am. Alright. So, today's stream is going to be very, 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 very short, because literally all we have to do is defeat Gwyn in the kiln, which is right through there, and we'll be done with the game. That's pretty much it. So, we gotta offer the rest of the souls to the Lord Vessel. Open the gates. Do you yield? And then the way to the kiln opens up. And I gotta fix my microphone real quick. I watched back the stream from yesterday and it was still too quiet. There. That should be better. I just don't like having my mic too loud because it captures my breathing and it's just annoying. Let me put it down like one more level actually. Should hopefully be enough. I just don't want the game noise to be too loud for my voice, but I also don't want my voice to be too loud. Alright, here we are, killing the first flame. This area has respawning Black Knights, so I switched my shield just to parry them. Hello, sir. Oops. I'm being... There we go. Forgot how to parry them for a second there. And these guys do drop their weapons in Titanite chunks, which are good for farming if you need them. This is where I spend a good amount of time farming here. I spent a good amount of time farming here for... Ouch. Can I parry the Greatsword one? Yes, I can. Sunny D. And this one drops red Titanite. This one up here drops blue Titanite, I believe. Or maybe it's green Titanite, I don't know. I forget. I know each of them is guaranteed to drop a Titanite chunk. There's an item over here. I don't think it's important. Oh, it's just a Black Knight set, but... Okay, no, that one just drops regular Titanite. The next one drops blue Titanite, and then the last one drops white Titanite. And there's a sign for Solaire right here. I'll call him in because I think it's important for the story. And if we look in there, you can see Gwyn right there. There he is. All on his lonesome. I'm gonna kill these last two Black Knights before I go in there. I don't think you can parry that attack. I don't know why I tried. this one. Okay, no. The white Titanite. Okay, I'm getting the order mixed up, but this one will drop blue Titanite. Also has a chance to drop the Black Knight Halberd. They all have a chance to drop their weapons. Alright, so I'm gonna put Havel's Great Shield back on because I just prefer. I don't. Gwyn is like extremely susceptible to parrying, but it's usually when you go in alone, and I'm gonna summon Solaire because I like finishing his questline. His questline is like, since the way summoning works in Dark Souls, like he also fights Gwyn in his own world, and then he links the flame and he becomes the sun he was searching for. So I always think it's important to summon Solaire or Gwyn. And I'm gonna humble Gwyn pretty quickly. Like, this boss fight is not gonna last very long. But it's worthy to note that Gwyn is the most aggressive boss in the game. Like, he's easily... I wouldn't say he's harder than Manus, but he's probably the second hardest boss in the game behind Manus. So yeah, we're gonna. This fight won't last long though. Plin plin fun. This music is so sad. Yeah, this isn't gonna last very long. I'm sorry, Gwyn. I should have let that fight play out longer. Because it's pretty sad. That music is really good. So the lore on that fight is that Gwyn linked his soul to the flame, and by doing so, he became hollow. He's literally hollow by the time we fight him. He's lost all sense of self, and he's lost himself completely. He gave himself up to prolong his age of fire, and something I haven't been doing this whole... What the fuck is going on with my right foot right there? Okay, something I haven't been doing this entire game, which I should have been doing, is reading item descriptions, because that's where all the lore comes in from. So let's just read this. Soul of the Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight and Cinder, who linked the first flame. Lord Gwyn bequeathed most of his power to the gods and burned as cinder for the first flame. But even so, Lord Gwyn's soul is a powerful thing indeed. That's why, like, he's meant to be pathetic at the end. Like, he's not meant to... He's still strong, don't get me wrong, but he's meant to be pathetic. Because he's hollow. So, now on the discussion of endings, I believe in the world of Dark Souls, we're prolonging the Age of Fire. And the way to go about it is bring about the Age of Dark. But the canon ending for Dark Souls 1 is linking the fire, so I'm going to do that. Like, it's not my preferred ending, but it is the canonical ending and the ending that makes the most sense to me for what happens in Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, so I'm going to Link the Fire. The monstrosity has become a god. And then we just take Gwyn's place, so you become a Lord of Cinder, and now see in this cutscene, the fire is strong, and it covers the entire kiln when you link it. But unlike Dark Souls 3, it's barely an ember. And there's Dark Souls. It's truly a wonderful game. Like, I started Souls with Sekiro, but I've played the entire series since then, and these games are something else. They're amazing in almost every way. And FromSoft is easily my favorite developer ever. They make the best games, as far as I'm concerned. I love every single one of their games. Even Demon's Souls. I quite often remarked that Demon's Souls is my least favorite entry in the Souls series. It's even below Dark Souls 2, because Demon's Souls didn't leave as deep an impact on me as the rest of them did. Don't get me wrong, Demon's Souls is still a wonderful game, but it was FromSoft's baby steps. Dark Souls is where this stuff all started. Like, truly started. Demon's Souls was the progenitor, but Dark Souls is where everything started, pretty much. And it's old, it's clunky, but it's Dark Souls, and it's wonderful. I love every single one of these games. And to be able to experience them, I would give anything to experience them for the first time again. I absolutely love these games. So, for what's next, I will be playing Dark Souls 2 next. I'm gonna go, like, basically right down the line, but I'm going to finish the Dark Souls trilogy before I move to other games. I know Bloodborne came out a year before Dark Souls 3, but I'm gonna play Dark Souls 3 before Bloodborne, because that just makes more sense to me. I would rather finish the trilogy than break it apart with Bloodborne in the middle. But yeah, I'll play Dark Souls 2 next, then I'll play Dark Souls 3, then I'll play Bloodborne, then Sekiro, and then Elden Ring. And I'm gonna play the DLCs and everything else in each of the games. I'm not gonna do like 100%, because I've already platinumed all of these games. I'm not gonna play Demon's Souls though. Demon's Souls was a one and done for me. I don't really want to play. I don't feel any need to play Demon's Souls again. Don't get me wrong. I don't dislike the game. It's just Demon's Souls is more of a one and done game for me. I don't really feel any need to play it again. But yeah, I'm gonna go right down the line basically for all these games. I'm gonna do as much as I can in my playthroughs. For Dark Souls 2 and 3, I will make new characters, but in Sekiro, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring, you can complete those all in one playthrough. So I'm going to do a New Game Plus on those. still a wonderful, wonderful game. Even though I kind of trivialized it, but it's still wonderful. Like, no matter how you play it, it's wonderful. Oh yeah, and then straight after you beat Gwyn and let the credits roll, you just go straight into New Game Plus. Like you're just straight back into New Game Plus. So I'm not going to play New Game Plus. But that was Dark Souls. So I'll probably start Dark Souls 2 tonight, to be honest. Or maybe not, because the new Warframe update just came out, so I kind of want to play that. But look out for Dark Souls 2 coming up. And thanks for watching, if you did. That was literally only like 16 minutes, but I don't care.